Meet Big Boss, the baddest bad guy of them all. He runs Empire City with an iron fist and a golden cane. But Bulletproof and the cops team always stop his evil plans. Did you know he even had a cane with a secret laser inside of it? Wait, you're telling me you don't know all the cool stuff about Big Boss? Sit down, I'm about to school you on Playground Chronicles. Big Boss, the notorious leader of the Crooks, is one of the most memorable villains of the late 80s animated series Cops, Central Organization of Police Specialists. Set in a futuristic Empire City, the show debuted in 1988 and was produced by DIC Entertainment. Its tagline, fighting crime in a futuristic time. A fun fact, did you know the show had to be toned down Big Boss's cigar for some reruns? They didn't want kids copying him smoking during the cartoons. That's an 80s thing, definitely probably wouldn't happen today.
Big Boss, leader of the Crooks. Meanwhile, at the Crooks hideout, Burgers, Frank, Sundown, Polisher. Cops and Crooks sold separately with guns and gas.
Big Boss, voiced by legendary actor Lynn Carlson, was known for his gravelly, menacing tones, often barking out orders to the gang of misfits. He was molded after classic mob bosses, complete with a cigar, pinstriped suit, and a cybernetic arm hidden underneath his sleeve. Oh, and let's not forget his trusty sidekick, Squeaky Clean, who always kept Big Boss's empire polished. The toys were cool. The Big Boss figure came with his golden cane, a cigar hand accessory, and even a briefcase full of cash. And you could pose him with this big chair that came with the Cook's HQ playset that never came out. It would have been awesome, but it never came over. The toy line was developed by Hasbro and featured larger-than-life action figures about 6 inches tall. Okay, so as we're jumping in and looking at Big Boss here, the toy is a fantastic toy. However, we have done this full review on the channel, and I'll link it in the description below for you to find the full review of Big Boss. But I just wanted to jump in here and show you this toy for what it's worth after we've been talking about it. So here is the cat, the plastic cat that comes with it. It's more like a weasel, but in the show it's a cat. Just a very bizarre animal. It's very good, nice detail. It's got big feet and stuff like that, but it's kind of weird. The cap action gun, this is his cane gun, that, if you will, kind of think of the Penguin for this. I always kind of took him in as the Penguin of this franchise because not an umbrella, but a cane, and would go away. It does have the firing cap action. Don't have any caps anymore. I've used them all. And then we've got Big Boss himself. As you can see from the cartoon pictures, doesn't really mesh up all that well. Does have the cartoon accurate look, suit-wise, hand-wise. Does have the police badges buttoned up there. Kind of got the mobster hand. Got the cuffs with the police badge. The big metal hand. I'm not so sure they ever got into the detail of why he has this metal hand. Maybe I'll mention it. Maybe I'll look it up. It's just regular rotation. Just big body, little legs. But this is Big Boss from Cops and Crooks. Did you know that Big Boss had an origin story in the comics? His real name is Brandon Big Boss Babel, and he started his empire from scratch after his father went bankrupt. And he hates Bulletproof because he used to be a cop who stopped him back in the day. That's why Big Boss set up all those high-tech heists to take over Empire City. The Marvel comic tie-in series expanded the Cops and Crooks universe, giving characters like Big Boss more depth. For instance, his cybernetic arm isn't just for show, it's a high-powered weapon that uses his enemies way too close. Big Boss's iconic look and over-the-top personality made him a standout villain, even inspiring other mob boss characters in later cartoons. His rivalry with Bulletproof symbolizes the classic clash between law and chaos, all wrapped up in futuristic tech of 80s flair. Big Boss might be the bad guy, but you gotta admit, he's one of the coolest villains ever. But never wins. Bulletproof and the cops always have the last laugh. Cops fighting crime in a futuristic time and making playground legends safe to this day. The Playground Chronicles, Big Boss Edition.